For many years, Pastor, there has been a very serious vendetta between men of God and business people as to whose perspective about the real formula for wealth is valid and should be followed. Here is the businessman teaching principles that, make for wealth and abundance. From a business perspective, he went to business school, Harvard Business School, and all of that. And these things have been proven. But here is a great man of God, Apostle Joshua Selman, saying, forget that nonsense. I prophesied over a billionaire. And in one night, he gave me a car, a house, and said every month he will be paying me salary. Now, I'll say, forget this. Look at him with all his teaching. Are you seeing anything? You see, so it's been a contention for years. The business people said, forget about this pastor. He's the only one prospering. If you listen to him, you will be broke. And the pastor is saying, look, don't downplay the power of prophecy. Don't downplay the power of the realm of the spirit. And then both of them find out that there is a problem with their equation. The reason is because both of them are correct, but both of them are incomplete. The perspectives that they communicate were not designed to replace one another. It was supposed to complement one another. That both the natural laws of wealth and the spiritual laws of wealth are together called the kingdom laws of wealth. Sit down, please. Do you understand what I'm sharing with you? Yes. Now watch this. Here is the difference. The spiritual laws of wealth and abundance are responsible for the manifestation of resources, including finance. But it stops there. The natural and the business laws are responsible for the management systems and the multiplication. This is what makes wealth transgenerational. When you dwell here, you will always have sudden breakthroughs, but you will never have a systemic dimension of increase. You are up today, down tomorrow, one testimony in January, the next one December. That's not God's desire. The path of the just, he says, is as a shining light. The sun does not shine and disappear and comes back two hours later. It continues to brighten. Are we together? So I will pick on the spiritual laws and then we'll end for tonight. The first spiritual law. Now I'm going to say a few things that may disturb you. Just listen, just follow me. The first spiritual law of wealth and abundance, in my opinion, is not tithing. Listen very carefully. I believe in tithing. Tithing is a foundational spiritual law. But look up, please. The first spiritual law of wealth and abundance is called the law of absolute surrender. Write it down. Your tithing means nothing to God and nothing to destiny until God finds his space in your heart and in your life. Proverbs chapter 23 and verse 26, please. Proverbs 23 and verse 26. When you want to do the business of wealth with God, he needs more than your money. He needs more than your business. He needs your heart. Proverbs 23 and verse 26. Proverbs 23, 26. Let me quote it. Okay, everyone please read. 1, 2, go. My son, give me thine heart, and then let your eyes observe my ways. When I have your heart first, then you can understand my methodologies. I want your heart, not just your tithe, not just your offering, not just your sacrifice. It's amazing how we engage these things as though we are bribing God. God, here is my tithe. Make sure I see the devourer far from me. Make sure you bring me this quickly. I drop it. No, no. Your heart is the tray that all your offerings are received from. Listen very carefully. Your heart. So you can come out of an SUV that is hundreds of millions of naira worth, and yet it does not move you because it's captured your heart. Please hear me. This is the one mistake with the prosperity gospel, pastor. It does not seek to surrender the heart of that one who seeks to prosper. If God does not find your heart, I don't care what you are doing about wealth. It's a total waste of time and will not bless the kingdom. Please understand this. My son, give me your heart, not your offering, your heart first. It all belongs to you. Oh, it all belongs to you. It all belongs to you. Oh, any money, any business that will take my heart from you, let it not come. We are still doing finance. Your heart, so it does not become a do or die affair. Pastor, people kill for money. Christians kill for money. You took my money, I will never forgive you. What is mine is mine. I must eat my share of this. And you hear all those kinds of diabolic things, and after we say it, we water it down with tongues. It does not justify it. Listen, for someone here who wants to be trusted with the wealth of the kingdom, leave the issue of money. It is your heart. Listen, when you give your life to Christ, you really don't give him your heart. You receive his life. It is when you want to be used by God that you give him your heart. I know we say it generally and God understands what you are saying, but what happens in salvation is not giving your heart. You receive the life of God. That was a testament of John. This is the record that God has given us Zoe, and that life is in his son. Whoever hath the son hath eternal life. But then he says, I beseech you, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye offer. When it has to do with laying down, is to position you to be used by God. Sir, I submit to you that many believers are not ready for the prayers they are praying. Lord, bless me. Lord, I promise I will not leave you. Money is powerful. There is a dangerous spirit behind money that if your heart is still with you, it will tear you like a lion. You cannot handle money when your heart is with you. The pride of life that comes with money, it has nothing to do with being good or bad. There is an effect of resources on a human being, and it is only the surrendered nature of your heart. The problem is because many people who are teaching about wealth are not blessed, and because they are not blessed, they don't even know what they are saying. Oh, God forbid that I own 10 estates, and that man has never given God 1 million. People give God offering of 100 naira, and right after the service they eat buns of 2,000. Are we together? Where your treasure is, that's where your heart is. Why will a man be a multi... Now, I'm not talking about money. It's just a litmus test to reveal your heart. He said, I will not give God anything that will not cost me nothing. It's not about the money. It's the position of value. It's how much I see him lifted and honored. See, let me tell you sincerely, and I stand before the God of heaven. I've told God, anything I cannot give him, may it never come to me. Never. I'm not saying this just because I'm on stage preaching. Believe me, there is nothing I cannot give God. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. When you get to this state, you are ready to prosper. Are you seeing that it's not about money? Because many people who want money want it to land on the tray of their lusts, and they want to run to the village to prove a point, to prove this, and God says, no, not my way. If it is my way, you first die before you come alive. Is God speaking to someone? In 1 minute, while you are seated, I'd like you to pray and say, Lord, you know the lust in my heart. Before I disappoint my own destiny, I pray that you take my heart. You take my heart. It all belongs to you. Please pray. Oh, it all belongs to you. It It all belongs to you. Oh, 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 oh. It all belongs to you. Oh, it all belongs to you. My son, give me your heart, not just your business. My daughter, give me your heart. When you give your heart, you give your pride too. When you give your heart, you give your tendency for being attached. Give me your heart. It's not a do or die affair. Lord, I love you more than money. I love you more than business. You have my heart. We're dealing wealth here. If most people touched on this before they began to teach on wealth, we will not have the emergence of lust-driven people who just want money and they stop coming to church when they are blessed. They disregard any grace when they are blessed, not when he captures your heart. I've been captured by a love I can't explain. Now you have me, and I'm forever changed. I've abandoned everything I've ever known, and I surrender. This life is not my own. I belong to you. I belong to you. It's a prayer. I belong to you. My life is not my own. To you I belong. I give myself to you.